turtle.com. If you see an accident,
also, we have Robert on the line.
All right, welcome back to the program. Sports Animal, 2 men on, friend of the show hotline, 505-246-0610. Joining us on it, friend of the show, Robert. Robert, welcome to the program. How are you?
Hey, good afternoon. Regarding the game last night,
Yep.
I was disappointed that Denver lost. However,
Same.
they did get beat by the better team. I think it's time for them to maybe revamp. Denver should revamp their starting lineup. Aaron Gordon didn't play good last night. It's kind of disappointing. One night he'll come out and score 27 points, and the next night he scores 4 points. And what bothers me about the way he plays is he's afraid to shoot the ball. It looks like he's a good shooter. He's proven that, but yet he's afraid. He doesn't have confidence in his shot. So he was passing the ball when he was under the basket. He's big enough he can take it to the hoop and get fouled. So he was a big disappointment, and I think he's probably the one they should think about putting on the bench and bring in somebody else to replace him, a big man. But other than that, Denver, they're hard to beat. They've got that Jokic. He's MVP, and he should be. But he couldn't carry the team last night, and that's exactly what they were wanting him to do, and he just wasn't able to do it. He had no support. Anyway, you guys keep up the good work. I'll stay in touch.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. Good call.
There's something about that idea, because Aaron Gordon, to me, feels like a front-running guy. Like, he doesn't know how to play well unless he's front-running. And as I say that, they were up by 20. No, I know.
Yep.
I don't know who you replace him with. I don't see that dude out there in the league. I got the free agent list in front of me. A guy that does what he does. It's a short list.
I mean, and Nuggets first round draft picks are basically worthless, because as long as Jokic is there and like any four guys, they're going to be in the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of value in those picks. So you're going to have to either draft well, get lucky for someone to replace Aaron Gordon, or make a miracle trade.
There's a bigger thought of that too, and it's their star player, because I don't think a lot of dudes want to come and play with a dude that openly says he doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get that he's got it on the court.
Yeah. And 2 years ago, last year even, was their chance to scoop up all the good free agents and try to make some trades. Because I guarantee you, starting next year, everyone is going to San Antonio. Everyone is going to demand trades to San Antonio. All the free agents will go for pennies on the dollar to San Antonio.
If you're moving on from Gordon, which you could, there are 2 guys in Indiana that are free agents after this year. Obi Toppin's a free agent, and Pascal Siakam are both free agents. Either one of those guys would be a fit.
I already think Aaron Gordon is a good fit on Denver. He's just not that dude. He's not him. He's a good piece on a winning team. When he goes off, he gets rebounds and gets second chance points. That's where he racks up all of his points. He's not isolating and hitting mid-range jumpers and hitting open 3-pointers off of screens. Like, that's not his game. He gets a bunch of rebounds and gets second chance points. Then he'll fill up the stat sheet. Otherwise, he's just that guy. Play good defense, know your role, grab rebounds, and give it back to Jokic or Murray.
Well, and you're up against a team in Minnesota last night whose GM is Tim Conley, who was the GM of Denver. And if you're going to put together a team, and again, spite, you only want to beat one team, it's cool to win the whole thing. That's super cool for Minnesota. But to win the whole thing, you got to beat one team, and that's Denver, and Tim Conley knew that. He says, let me go get 2 dudes who are studs, and we go get 2 dudes who can play defense and Mike Conley, and then we'll go. And we'll beat the one team that's got to be beat. And that's Aaron Gordon's problem. That's Jokic's problem. That's Michael Porter Jr.'s problem. The problem is there was a dude who's obsessed with whooping your rear.
Yeah.
And he whooped your rear, kind of, in Game 7 in what should have been a win.
Built a multi-time champion, made the MVP who he is now, doesn't get enough credit for what he did in Denver, and he probably won't get enough credit for what he's doing in Minnesota either.
It's like Dr. Frankenstein stuff, where it's like, I created you. Yeah. I can brr. Is that a zombie, Kaylina? Frankenstein?
I mean, he's undead. I don't know if he's a zombie.
He doesn't eat anybody's brains.
You know that.
Yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yet.
What is his energy source? Lightning. It's lightning. I forgot about the lightning.
Yeah, it's just a little different.
He's like a DeLorean.
Yeah,
Similar.
maybe he has the gift of time travel.
Who?
I don't know, Frankenstein's monster.
Also, I can tell you're not really familiar with time travel. It's not a
going
gift.
67.5 miles per hour right at midnight, and Frankenstein gets struck by lightning.
88 miles, you idiot.
Is it 88? Hurt and pulled and grabbed my neck in 1988.
Also, you two, time travel is a curse. It's not a superpower. It's not a blessing. It's a
Not
curse.
to Michael J. Fox. He went back in time
Nothing
trying to
good
bang
has
his
ever
mom.
come from time travel.
Semantics.
I mean, if you want to bang your mom.
More like time trouble.
Yeah.
That's what
What
I
is
would.
this Futurama where he becomes his own grandfather?
What? You're talking about Terminator now.
No, I said Futurama.
That's the Terminator story. I don't know. I don't know anything about Futurama, but that's 100%. That's a ripped story.
Okay. I'm sure it is, but it's the whole gag is like they end up back in time and he becomes like his own grandpa.
Kyle Reese is John Connor's father. Yeah, I know. 6 consecutive seasons, the champs knocked out by the second round. No, 5. Whatever Isaiah said, 5. Who would that be? The Warriors? I guess it would have been the Warriors back in 2018. Oh, God. And they'll never, ever play in a championship game again.
I mean, until Steph demands a trade and goes and plays with LeBron and KD somewhere.
And then the Warriors make it when he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
If me and you, because obviously we have a new producer every other week, if me and you would have said Wolves, Mavs, Celtics, Pacers at any point, we would have laughed at each other.
Celtics 100%.
Yeah,
I had,
100%. Yes.
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, I had the Celtics losing to Denver or whoever made it out of the West in the finals. But Minnesota? Nope.
How disinterested I will instantly become and remain if the Pacers make it to the finals. Fred, don't you just like a good game? Fred, don't you just like Tyrese Halliburton as he's an upcoming player? No, I don't.
You don't want to be bombarded by Reggie Miller memes? You don't want Reggie to do State Farm commercials
Dog,
with Patrick Mahomes?
look at
Is that
these-
not what you want?
You look at these 4 teams. There are 0 league MVPs. There are 0 finals MVPs.
Yeah.
There are, right? Yes, touche. There are 0. There's no heat in here. This is, all right, you ever watch Fallout? So you know how, you know that guy has magic bullets for his gun?
Mm-hmm.
There are no magic bullets in this gun.
They have Michael Jordan's illegitimate son, Fred. This is a big deal.
Like if Hawkeye didn't have arrows, that's what this is. I'm really trying to make connections.
Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win the NBA championship, and handing him the trophy will be his real father, Michael Jordan, reconciling for a life of being a deadbeat dad and running away from his responsibilities, and they will
So
reunite.
stupid. Who is the last player to win a league MVP and a chip? I mean, you got to go back. I'm doing it off the top of my head. I think it's Steph Curry. 2015, 16, whatever year that was, 15. Somebody's going to have to fact check that.
Yeah, was it not Jokic?
No. Was it?
I thought so.
Didn't Giannis win too?
I'm pretty sure it was Jokic last year.
But before that, though.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's not the curse I thought it was. It's just not built the same. The league, the association. I got it here. Also, give me sweeps. Like, I like game 7s. But if you're not going to have the at least most interesting teams in the finals the way I want it, like the Knicks and the Celtics, just give me sweeps. They fooled around the second half. They found out. We'll talk about the Knicks' failures when we get back. There's not a team more set up for success in the postseason than the Boston Celtics. That's a fact. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
She's got the black heels on and wears the lacy button. She paints some nails and she wears those pearls at night. She wants to get it and go, wants to go to the show to show off her hips like a Melrose show. She's just a Hollywood tease with those three silicone D's. A sexy model talking trouble brings her to your knees. And at the end of the day, if she don't get her own way, she'll make the magic happen anyway. Well, there ain't no telling what it's just no telling what she's on to now.
The song's wild.
Well, you just don't know, but she already knows what she wants to do. She's a top-notch lady, top-notch lady, please let me be. She's a top-notch lady, coming out top number one.
Pretty sweet, Van.
I'm into that one.
That one's good for all ages. Just like Van, Duke City Championship Wrestling, which is the
Oh.
thing I own, which this Saturday, upcoming Saturday, is having our big birthday bash at the historic El Rey Theater. 2 tickets under your name, Kaylina.
Sweet.
For the 1 year Annie, come out and celebrate not just with me, but 500 of my closest friends as we bring pro wrestling now continuously for 1 full year to the beautiful and historic El Rey Theater. Super excited to be there for our anniversary show. We were so excited. We started it early today, Van. Myself, Tommy Two Scoops, and Turbo Tony went down to Rio Rancho Elementary and met with Miss Coy and Miss Aldez's 2nd grade class. Did you know, Van, every week, the 2nd grade class at Rio Rancho Elementary, Miss Co and Miss Aldez, they watch Duke City Championship Wrestling in the classroom.
Oh, do they now?
They do. And they are the biggest Duke City Championship Wrestling fans.
With audio on?
Of course, with audio on.
All right. So they skip over my episodes.
No, they don't, Van.
Okay. They're learning a lot of stuff then.
They asked about you today.
Oh, my.
They say, well, we know who you are. Because it was the 3-way match with Tommy Two Scoops, the Livest Mexplex, and Chris Watson.
Yeah.
And you made multiple jokes.
Yeah. They learned a lot about the world.
I learned that 2nd graders don't get them all, and it's okay.
That's for the best.
It was so funny.
You're welcome, Teach.
So go to Duke City Championship Wrestling's social media. I'm putting a post up right now, and it was wild. So Miss Co, she's I don't know, hilarious. So everyone calls her Hobo Hank. So when she walks into the library where the kids are all watching Duke City Championship Wrestling today, all the kids turn and go, Hobo Hank, Hobo Hank. And she gave me a brown bag similar to the style that a person in Hank's living situation would have,
Sure.
full of Valentine's Day cards from the kids for Hobo Hank.
They're not learning about calendars yet in 2nd grade because it's not very close to February.
I like that.
Yeah. Don't
So-
need to. Make up your own holidays.
Tommy Two Scoops and Turbo Tony enter the room after, and these kids lose their stuff.
I love that so
They're
much.
like, oh my God, I can't believe. And they're going, 2 scoops, 2 scoops, 2 scoops. These are like 6 and 7-year-olds, 7 and 8-year-olds, whatever. They were meeting their real life heroes. And it made me late for our production meeting today. Like, it was the funniest and nicest thing you'll ever see. And how fortunate we are because of Duke City Championship Wrestling to get to step into classrooms of kids, apparently weekly. All year long, they've been watching Duke City Championship Wrestling in the classroom. And it was hilarious.
You hear so many awful things about our education system in
Yep.
the news, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
But when you hear of a couple teachers who are very much doing it right, warms your heart a little bit.
So there's some videos I have here of the kids watching Duke City Championship Wrestling and chanting for the wrestlers in attendance. And it was so funny. So we did like a Q&A, and one kid will be like, Turbo Tony, how often do you work out? He's like, every day. I never give up. He's like, it's, like giving up's not an option. If it's physical activity or math or reaching your goals, just always strive for success.
Oh, I love that.
And then the next kid will be like, But do you drive a motorcycle? Oh, it was awesome, brother. It's a big thank you to Rio Rancho Elementary for having us out. All the support staff there. It was a lot of fun and like a real special day, especially on a, it's show week, like there's a lot going on. And for these guys to, be able to find it, time in their schedules and dedication and everything. So there's a big one. Big shout out to the second grade class over there as they take in Duke State Championship Wrestling every single week in their classroom. Kaylina, how many years ago were you in the second grade?
Man, I don't want to do the math.
Never give up.
I gave up a long time ago.
Do you remember your second grade teacher's name?
I think like Miss Hodges or something.
Okay.
It was like in Colorado. I don't know if she's still teaching.
Well, sure, but we're mostly talking about the impact she had on
But I
your
remember.
life. Yeah.
Honestly, my third grade teacher was obsessed with the Olympics. And I do remember that.
Was it just an Olympic year or was she obsessed with like an
both.
off year?
Both. I happened to be there with an Olympic year.
I also love curling every 4 years.
I also like how the Olympic years, but you couldn't do the math on figuring out when you were in the second grade.
It was like a significant time of my third grade year. Like, that's what I remember.
I'm assuming it was 4 Olympics ago.
That tracks.
Sure, probably.
Plus 1
Again.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. And absolutely no effort on my
4
end.
Olympics and 1 World Baseball Classic ago. Kaylina was in second grade.
Yeah, probably.
I care about women's gymnastics once every 4 years. And even then, for like a very short period of time. We'll go to the phone lines before we go to the break. Joining us on the program, friend of the show, Gabe. Gabe, welcome to the Sports Animal Hotline.
This is it's a public apology, Fred. I shouldn't text you at 1:30 in the morning.
That's okay.
Nor should anyone.
Yep, little inside radio here.
Yeah, but also I'm very stoked. And if you guys want to see some Duke City Championship Wrestling, let me know. I'll be delivering tickets all week.
Okay.
So don't let Gabe's poor phone and radio performance fool you, Gabe. Thank you for making the call. Gabe is hosting the birthday bash this upcoming Saturday. Gabe Gambino, formerly of Man High, which I assume he's still a member of. I don't know how to drop the phone lines, but he's hosting the birthday bash. Doors open at 5, undercard 5:30. That's our showcase for Prime Wrestling. And then Leah Black singing our national anthem at 7, Van.
Oh, she's good.
She's very good. I said, hey, why don't you get TK in here?
He'd love it.
That's what I said. And then we're off to the main card immediately following that. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
I love that
man-slamming.
friend of the show, Gabe Gambino, called in and asked if anyone needs tickets to get a hold of him and provided no contact info whatsoever.
Just reach out to the social media outlet or at dccwtickets.com. Keep in mind, if you do buy a ticket to Duke State Championship Wrestling, that slides money into Daddy's pockets. So I get that money. It directly goes to me.
That's nice to have.
You're supporting a financial endeavor that I have stake in. When we get back from the break, we continue Pacers and Celtics. What? 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hot to death. You can see me flex for now, I'm no stranger. I make it hot to death, hot to death, You can see me flex for now, I'm no stranger.
We were going to talk about the Knicks getting eliminated, but then this segment got injured. Is that a good joke? I really tried on that one.
They call it low-hanging fruit because it's ripe and delicious, Fred. It's heavier.
I jammed a finger trying to type out this outline for this segment.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You know what? I should pop it, is what you're saying. That'll help it.
What are you going to pop, Fred?
It.
Are you going to lock it? You going to twist it?
I can't believe my blue collar Knicks lost against anyone. For the Knicks are not blue collar. Let's be really clear on that. The average courtside ticket to this thing was like tens of thousands of dollars.
You going to bop it?
I see what you're doing. I want you to stop it.
You want me to stop it?
Quit it. You have your moments. You're not often funny, but when you get a good one, you're so surprised with yourself.
Oh, none of that's true. We all know I'm the funny one here.
Of what?
Us 2/3/4.
Oh God, there's a new producer like every week. I'm over that.
It's good to have backups.
It's good that
Ask the Knicks.
it's good that they lost now because there are no players for next week. Like that was it.
Jalen Brunson and like 4 people off the street can get out of the first round.
Hey,
Not the second round.
when Jalen Brunson would look at his teammates, like it'd be like the fourth quarter of Game 7 of trying to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and in the middle of it, he would look at his teammates and he would go, "What's your name?"
Do you remember
so messed up.
exactly that? You remember when you had a real job and like people would hate it and they would cycle in and out and you just got sick of learning people's names and you're just like, you do the thing. That's Jalen Brunson.
I have that with radio a little bit.
Producers.
Not well.
You know all 4 of their names.
I know Kaylina's name because it's on the screen and I can look directly at it.
Also, did you spell that right, Kaylina?
Yeah, it doesn't look correct.
I've been writing a Y in your name.
I just put a big K dash Lena.
I mean, whatever helps you remember. I know it's correct, although when it autocorrected, it was trying to put me as Kalamata Olive, and I just
Put that down instead. That's way better.
How is that better? Rude.
Kaylina, there's got to be a cool nickname because Kaylina is like a good standalone name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's not like a radio name.
which is why I've never had. Oh, am I going to get dubbed my radio name?
Oh, it's a great country radio name.
Oh, Kaylina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That maybe that explains why many people call me Ashley.
Eye with Kaylina.
Kaylina. Kaylina. Kaylina.
No,
If you're stuck in traffic this morning, honk for Kaylina.
Thank you. As great alter ego you just described.
How'd your show
Lean
go?
into it.
How'd your show go on Thursday?
I noticed something. You weren't there.
We were in the back.
Uh-huh.
Like the way back.
The way back. Well, then you tell me how'd it go.
Sounded great acoustic. The acoustics were
Yeah.
they were good.
I mean, the highs were a tiny bit high.
I thought that, but the lows though kind of bounced out because they were a tiny bit low.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll let my drummer know. He was very kind to kind of.
Oh, you had a drummer.
Yeah.
Of course, she had a drummer. We saw that
you
from the
saw it.
back.
You saw him running
Way in the
sound
back.
for the other bands, which also had a drummer.
That's how you get 2 paychecks. That's my dude.
Yeah. No, he
I'm
saved the day many times.
About that dude.
MVP.
So how long did you play? 1 hour, and you played all the hits?
No. We had 3 bands. We had a duo open, and we all had like 30, 45 minutes.
Oh.
And
Well, we
then
knew
I
that.
played all. Yeah, because you were there,
Mm-hmm. In the
sitting
back.
in the back with your beer.
No. We had cocktails,
Right. Oh, my bad. With your
mixed
cocktail.
drink.
Ranch
Your
water.
Yeah, we had television.
What did you eat? There's food there.
No. We ate before because we were at Sadie's.
Build a base.
Right.
Mhm.
This is a great story. You guys have fun. I almost believe you.
You got another big gig coming up.
Not yet. You know, I
Oh,
tried to
God,
read
it went that
with
bad?
the manager,
You know,
and
that's
he
a
Oh.
was
shame. They
asked,
should have had you
so-
back. Yeah.
I thought it went way better than they did.
Same. I did notice them rushing you out the door though. I just
Mhm.
thought maybe they had to set the
just
security
so-
code or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was wild. The show itself was wonderful.
Oh.
Anything That Moves played. I had never heard them before, but I knew the singer, so that was really fun.
So,
and-
and you said it's all originals, right?
Yeah, we had some covers. So our first band did
Mm.
mostly covers.
Okay.
And then Uno Duo did a mix, or I'm sorry, I mixed up. Uno Duo did covers, and then Anything That Moves did a mix of covers, and then I did all original music because I don't know, I can.
Is that on Spotify?
Yeah.
All right, do me a favor.
Okay.
Pull that up. Let's use it as bumper music today.
What? If you say so.
What was your favorite cover that they did? I want to
Good
see
question. Yeah.
if we
I'm
have the
embarrassed.
same one in common that I listened to totally while I was there.
That's a good one.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm so embarrassed.
When they did Landslide, I thought
Then they did Lance.
I'm a big Fleetwood Mac guy. I was like, so this is good.
Overrated.
Yeah. I think it was the American Boy. You'll be my American boy.
Yeah, it's a cover by the
American boy.
Foo Fighters.
It was
of
great.
someone
I
else.
loved their cover.
It's a woke version of Tom Petty's American Girl.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
The 2024 version.
Yeah. Is a sequel, prequel? Who knows?
Yeah,
Just love it.
it's a coming of age story, as Van describes it.
Basically, The Last of Us in music form.
Tom Petty would be a cool zombie.
Maybe on the chill side.
Oh, instead of like, hey, Van, it's Tom, and I'm hungry for your brains.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Just sings it through to you.
Because I'm brain munching. I guess we'll just come back to it after the break.
Yeah, so
we'll just do that.
Kaylina, what's the name? It's Kaylina's like individual hits. Is that what the name of the album is?
No, it's I for an I. But you will have to spell like my first name and my last name because for some reason it's not good enough to type in the title of the album.
Yet.
Yeah.
For
All right,
now.
pull it up on Spotify. It's also our Isham Dental soundbite of the day whenever we get back. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Clear.
This message brought to you by the Bernalillo County Clerk's Office.
For this June's primary election, you have a lot of ways to make a choice with your vote. Early voting at Election Day locations offers same-day registration if you need to register or update your information.
Make a choice with your vote on or before June 4th. Learn more at bertoclerk.gov.
As we take a look at traffic right now, things moving slow westbound on I-40. Those slowdowns going
band in the On Deck Circle, Amory Castillo. This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
I have dreams of a mountaintop where I rest my soul. I hear screams of the raven as it overlooks my throne.
Mike's hot.
As they want my fire cause it's brighter than the moon. Well, my fire's getting higher cause I got nothing to lose.
Oh, okay.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah, let's go.
I am taken aback.
Smoke, thank you, inside my mouth.
I mean, it was better live,
On the edge of
obviously,
where I am and my
when
way
we were
out.
totally there.
Yeah, when
the
you were
coast
totally
is
there.
clear.
I was singing to you guys.
So you said, but there you are clutching the knife at my rear. Higher than the trees. So blow my smoke to show I'm tired of the
Well, the world of talent that is Kaylina. Eye for an Eye, the EP available on Spotify.
Yo.
4 bangers right here. And that was Love Myself. Is that correct?
No, that was the title track.
Eye for an Eye. Okay.
Come on, get it together.
I mean, I'm trying over here. I am now subscribed on my. There we go.
Oh, thanks. Glad to have you there.
it's in
you
my
can
thing.
give me your full review next time I see you.
How cute. I like talent. I'm a big fan of talent.
I'm flattered that you think I'm in that grouping. Thanks.
The EP has been out for 4 years, Van.
I know, and Thursday was the second time I got to play it with a live band because I released it, when the world shut down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad timing. Or great timing because no one has anything else to do except for sit around and listen to your lovely music.
I mean, yeah, that's glass half full. If only I had told them it was there.
Well, we told the most people just now.
Yeah.
Like, people are
Like
very
so many people.
Thank you. Better late than never, right?
Thousands of people just heard you sing.
Van didn't get good at radio until like 5 years in.
It took a while.
Oh God, that's so embarrassing. It took you so long.
I think about 6 months. A lot of reps. Like 6 months. I became passable. And maybe a year. I just got, anointed the best to ever do it. Obviously.
No one's ever said that.
Well, I mean, what matters is they didn't fire you before that talent kicked in.
No, me and Van had a full firing session one time.
Yeah.
You had to give them a heart to heart. Like, if you don't get yourself together, we're gonna have
That's
to just end
100%
this.
true. Yes, yes, that very much happened.
Poor Van. Well, you stepped up to the plate.
Well, it had nothing to do with my talent on the radio. It was life stuff.
It was life stuff.
It was life stuff.
Whatever you got to say.
Minnesota looks like the team that should be here for a lot of years to come. That's my opinion.
Keep the core together.
Dallas has 2 very good basketball players. They're not going to overcome Minnesota. You're going to look at the Celtics and the Wolves in the finals. That's your opinion?
I agree 100%. The Celtics just might sweep Indiana unless they go bonkers for a game.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, friend of the show, Joel. And the Mavericks, the exact same answer. Because Kyrie makes his money driving to the basket and getting fouled and dishing out. He is not driving to the basket with 2 centers always on the court. The Timberwolves will manhandle the Mavs.
The NBA all
wolf handle them.
That's so stupid. The NBA all rookie first team is out, and never ever do I give this thing attention because there's always like one good player and then a bunch of scrums. Scrubs. What is scrubs? The lineup is here though. Like, this is a legit lineup. Chet Holmgren.
He good.
Jamie Wasquet. Oh my gosh. Jamie Wackett.
Hawkins.
Thank you. Junior. Brandon Miller.
He can shoot.
Brandon Podzimski.
Oh, that's nice. They let him play
The kid
too.
from Golden State.
Yeah.
And then Victor Wembanyama.
Oh my God, the best to ever do it.
You put Victor and Chet. Like, there will be 10 players standing outside the 3-point line every play.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Miller, I think, will be able to play for a lot of years.
I agree. Yeah, he's the dude can shoot.
The problem is he had Melo in front of him.
Not the worst problem to have. Everyone would like to have a healthy Mellow.
Lively not making the list. That's fine.
Also, we need another nickname for LaMelo.
You don't want to call him Mellow because there's already a Carmelo?
Yeah. There's never going to be a better Mellow. Maybe you can make an argument for Cara.
Caramello?
Oh, they're so delicious. Oh, my God. They're good.
The candy?
Yeah. Goated.
No. That's not.
Yes.
All right. Today's I-9 Varsity is the I-9 Varsity of Goated Candies.
Oh, I'm into this.
The I-9 Varsity of Goated Candies. And there's no way. What did you say?
Caramello.
No, dude.
Do you like milk chocolate? Do you like caramel? Yes and yes. Boy, do I have the candy bar for you.
Everyone likes
Caramello.
those. It's the worst combination of the things.
Blasphemy.
What is that noise you just did?
Sheer disgust.
It's a terrible candy, dude.
Fred, stop.
We're gonna.
Stop.
You know what I'm gonna do? All right, Isaiah Johnson back with us. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to break. I'm gonna go to the break room. I'm gonna go to the candy machine. That crappy candy is not gonna be there.
Yeah, it can't go into a New Mexico vending machine. You kidding me? It'll melt.
There's air conditioning in here.
Not enough.
It's 75 in the studio.
Should be less.
You don't
Let's be honest here.
You think it's hot in here?
It's not hot, and it's not cool.
You're not saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
The Wolves are plus 111 when Rudy Gobert is on the floor this postseason. It's number one amongst all in the NBA. Plus 9 and 10 minutes in the crucial fourth quarter of Game 7. And in the fourth, he had 8 points, 2 for 2 from the field, 4 or 5 from the charity stripe. And, I mean, he alters or blocks every shot that comes near him. I think he's the best player in the league.
How do you say who's overrated now, B word, in French?
Is B word Charles Barkley?
Yes.
He said he needed to be benched. Do you remember that?
Who said that?
Charles Barkley.
Oh, Barkley said that. I would never say that.
Paul Pierce said that too. Whenever they were playing the Suns, he was like, "You're gonna beat the Suns. You gotta bench Rude." And all those
Dumb.
like NBA things where it's like most overrated players. Everyone in the NBA is like, it's Rudy Gobert, the guy who invented COVID.
Hey, you remember when the San Antonio Spurs had 2 elite centers?
Yeah.
And no one could beat them?
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama and whoever else.
Now the Wolves are doing it, and people are having a hard time defeating them at the sport of basketball.
He's like hated unless you're a Minnesota fan, and there's so few Minnesota fans. No one cheers for that team. It doesn't have a fan base outside of the 2 cities that it resides in.
One of my favorite rappers, Prof, is a huge Timberwolves fan, but he's from Minnesota, so he has an excuse. Other than that, I don't know anyone.
Al Franken, maybe.
Are we just talking about Minnesota people?
The list is gonna get real short.
You know who I like?
Jesse the Body Ventura, is that who you're doing?
Yeah. Rudy Gobert. When I was the governor of Minnesota, I said we need 2 tall guys in the middle.
Twin Cities. News from Lake Wobegon. That's it. Outside of Garrison Keillor, I can give you no one else from Minnesota. Also,
goodness. Come on.
What?
The best one ever.
Are you just going to do traditional Minnesota accent of Minnesota Midwestern mom?
Oh, no. Prince.
Yeah.
The Purple Rainer himself. Basketball legend.
Is that true?
Dunker over Eddie and Charlie Murphy.
Bob
Prince.
Dylan. Bob Dylan. I would have got that one. Charles Schultz. If you would have given me enough time, I also would have came up with Charles Schultz.
I would not have.
Oh, here's one. Sports relevant. John Madden.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Don't you know?
You know when you like Google something on the Googles,
mm-hmm.
and then it gives you like the most highly rated or most searched after options first.
Yeah.
And then there's like a drop down bar, like
Where
read more.
Suggested. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
like you could see more of these suggestions here. There's not that for famous Minnesotans.
No.
It's 9 people and it stops there.
Sean William Scott, don't
Sean
you know?
William Scott.
He will help you out here, Kay Molina. He is the one who invented the phrase MILF.
I would say popularized it.
From the American Pie. I never heard it until
I had heard it before. But also that was something I was into at the time. So it was like a natural progression for me.
There you go. Stifler.
Mm-hmm.
Just to backtrack a second, I did get a call, and it's pronounced Jaime Hawken, I suppose. If I repeated it correctly, I repeated it.
All right, so the Jaime
Hawkes.
So I've been down this Jaime thing before.
Jaime Hawkes Jr.
Triple J.
Mm-hmm.
JJJ. Last night, Charles Barkley says to Anthony Edwards, he says, I haven't been to Minnesota in like 20 years. Anthony Edwards says, this is not like the post-game win interview thing. Anthony Edwards says, well, bring your ass down here. Like, what?
Nice.
Like, this place is sweet, dude. It's not unsweet. It's just super boring. I've been to Minnesota several times, mostly just the city.
I haven't.
Oh. It's got a mall.
I'm not a fan of being cold. It's cold over there.
But not for like 2.5 months during the summer.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Every interview that Anthony Edwards does is the best interview. Did you see in the post game when he's being interviewed and the local beat reporter, also local reporter, just stop. Like, we're not just covering a Wednesday night against the Bulls.
Oh,
like,
miss me with that. Support local. Go to your local one first and then go to Chuck and Shaq. Make them wait. Let them think of some jokes and some good questions.
I'm at a press conference one time with Triple H. And I think we were in Dallas, maybe LA, maybe. I don't know. One of the big cities. And this guy stands up and goes, are you going to take any questions from local reporters? And Triple H goes, well, that's a question. Next. So he says, this reporter last night in the postgame, he says, hey, Ant and Cat, also sweet nicknames. You you guys have to like fail fabulously before you can become big winners. They go, yeah, we lost last year. He goes, no, like a bigger failure. And they go, yeah, we lost the year before too. And he goes, but that didn't count. The stage wasn't the biggest. They go, we were in the playoffs both years. And they were like, dude, how much do you want us to lose?
Yeah. Pretty bad.
Yeah. Like, we're just here to win now. Give these kids a chance to cook. There's some talented dudes on that team. None of them are Boston. There's some talented dudes in Dallas. That's not Boston. There's some talented dudes in Indiana. It's not Boston.
With Denver being out, I mean, Boston is obviously the class of the NBA. But their problem is they live and die by the three. If they have a really ice cold night, anybody could beat them. But they are significantly better than everyone else.
If you were they do the staggered days now or whatever, so we're going to end up talking about these same 4 teams for the next 2 weeks. Then we're going to end up talking about whatever 2 teams remain for 3 weeks after that. The NBA playoffs go too long. That's not this segment, but that's my sentiment. If you cut a month off the season, and you have to cut off the first month, October.
I mean, it's
too long.
It sucks for you that you got to compete with the NFL because you just fall off the face of the
Well,
earth.
and the gentleman's agreement is gone. The NFL's like, we're going to do the Saturday before Christmas. We're going to do Christmas. We're going to do New Year's. We're going to do, you know what? Also bowl games. Sorry for you.
All that's way out the window. Sorry. NFL's taking over everything. Wednesday is coming.
Well, and they're all being bought into now by like these big like corporate groups.
Mhm.
Like that's part of the Jacksonville deal for their new stadium, where it's, hey, city, give us $650 million, which seems like a steal, and we'll cover any like cost over that. And the only way you're going to do that is if you have like a corporate financial backing to do that, and they won't have voting rights. They won't be on the NFL board,
Right.
but you get what I'm saying.
They'll just advertisements will be all over the place.
Influence will be even more.
Mm-hmm. I mean, who is it a steal for? Like City or the Jags?
Oh,
The answer's both, right?
Yeah, who's to say
They're
that?
just giving the Jags money, and then City was going to spend that money on advertisement anyways. Might as well buy a football team.
Might as well.
Buy into a football team.
We'll cover the cost of your building.
That's $650 million.
Yeah.
That's all late fees from poor people anyways. Just taking advantage of people's finances.
Hey, we'll put it on the outside of town. Oh, we had to build a road. Well, let's call it City Street.
Mhm.
Like that's how this stuff works. It's all going to get super covered, all of it. But that's why they don't care about those rules anymore. College football, NBA.
Take a ride on City Street. They're all city streets. No one with I on the end.
Keelan, you have more bumper music for us when we get back?
Yeah.
It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
My thoughts don't fit my actions. I like this new.
Welcome back to the program, Duke City. Listening to Two Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. You're not listening to Two Men On right now. You're listening to Kalina. You're kind of like aggressively talented. You're like stupid good at this.
Oh my God, thank you. That was like the best adjective. I love that you said aggressively talented.
Yeah, it's like you're just rubbing it in my face. Very aggressive of you.
What were your expectations?
Like Tupac's early stuff.
Oh, well, I guess that's a compliment.
This is Madonna?
Kalina.
I mean, thanks. Yeah.
Sounds like Leanne Rhymes. It's so good.
I imagine this life that you have fashioned. Am I standing?
I like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like it a lot.
Could have listened to the whole song. You didn't have to turn it down.
Rasheed Rice
Man, I'm just taking
is.
advice here.
Does it come back? Can you pot it back up? Just let it bleed a little bit. Rasheed Rice will be attending and participating in all activities for the Kansas City Chiefs, Van. Okay.
There's like another. Here we go again.
Oh, we're back.
That's what you want.
You can just like do whatever you want if you're a Kansas City Chief.
100%.
Would you like to commit crimes? Would you like to insult multiple minority groups? Just do whatever you want. You get to win championships. You get to have weird curly haircuts. And then just do whatever you want.
I'm into it.
Be a chief.
Be a terrible kicker.
I mean, average at best.
Think he's going to drive to practice or Uber?
Not going to go great.
Rode my bike. Well, I get that he hasn't been suspended or anything yet, like, because legal, you got to go through everything.
Yeah.
I get it.
I don't think it will.
You think he'll get suspended?
We talking about Butker or Rice?
Rice. Buck, nothing will happen to him.
He's being lauded as a hero.
By losers.
I mean, playing the numbers.
There's a lot of losers out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. More than 51% agrees with him.
1 year.
But like, bleep those other people. You could be nice to everyone. It's so easy.
It's wild. I'm nice to everyone.
That's crazy. You just be nice to everyone. Dignity and respect. General human kindness to each and all. Like everyone except for Deshaun Watson. You just be like super nice to
Don't
him.
be nice to that dude.
Yeah.
Rasheed Rice, I don't believe will play football again for the Chiefs. I think all this legal stuff's going to go through. He should end up in jail. Probably won't.
He will not do jail. He will get suspended for X amount of games. He will appeal, and he will do half that amount. Whether it's 4-2 or 6-3, they're going to punish him. They're going to be like, look what we did. We're the moral police. Look at us. We're the heroes. And then they'll cut it in half. Then Rasheed Rice will be back, and he'll be in another AFC championship game catching touchdowns.
If I had a golden goose, what I wouldn't do is kill that goose.
Sure.
There's like Chiefs fan out there who's like, hey, I'm an idiot and I only see red and this, that, and the other thing, you know? They got to get right on this. Like the fan bases just have to get right. There's that old, I've been watching the same, for 40 years, I've been watching these millionaires. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Friend of the show, Orlando, joins us on the Sports Animal Hotline. Orlando, welcome, brother. How are you?
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
Doing good,
Been a
my friend.
minute.
Well, you're busy. You're a busy guy.
Not a very good friend of the show, I guess.
Well, no, we assumed your AM was out.
Yeah. Hey, I graduated to 95.9. It's a litlittle clearer.
Whoa.
on my AM FM radio.
Tell me what this sounds like right now. Because that should be stereo if you're on the FM.
Exactly, but shame on me. Like I said, not that good friend of a show. It's been a minute. But then again, on the flip side, you guys are always at Sadie's. You're at.
Oh yeah, we're easily approachable.
Yeah, without you,
and you can't take calls and blah 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 blah. So it's like when I'm ready, like they're not taking calls.
We'll drive to Sadie's.
Can't or won't.
Yeah, drive to the Duke store.
And I love Sadie's. I grew up in that area, so I went to Sadie's when it was in the bowling alley that used to exist right there where they built the new one. So
it's a 710 split away.
Yeah, but kind of funny, I had Arby's on.
Here we go.
Kind of, for some reason, it prompts me to call the sports animal. Since these two characters way back in 2018 started giving me stuff. But anyway, hey, okay to talk NBA?
Yeah.
Sure. We don't have to do all Arby's. It's fine.
By the way, the chicken wraps at Arby's are 2 for $5.
It's not deli fresh.
Killer.
Like I don't know why they say that. It's not even a deli, really.
Killer. But hey, so Mavs made their free throws, or else we would have had a game 7.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Nuggets blew a 20-point lead. Looks like they kind of ran out of gas. They did get beat by the better team.
Better team 4 games ago.
Yeah. And then it's going to be, Pacers Celtics. They could get swept, but I'm going to say it'll go 5 games. What say you?
Oh, I'll subscribe to that.
Yeah, the gentleman's sweep.
Yeah.
Let them have one at home.
Yeah.
And take care of business.
On the Mavs Wolves, that's going to be a better matchup.
Then no one will watch.
Goes 6. That one goes 6.
It'll be some of the best basketball. Orlando. It's some of the best basketball that no one will see. No one's going to tune in.
Yeah. I will, because just playoff basketball. It's rough, to make it through the first and second round, and then finally you get to the conference finals, and there still could be 14 games left, which is a painful thought. But anyway, Mavs Wolves 6, and hey, Gobert predicted our defense is too good. We're going to win game 6 and 10. Boy, did they! You're
using wheeze all of a sudden.
Yeah,
I like him because everyone hates
himself. Came through. Yeah. Wasn't he Mr. COVID? Didn't he
he single-handedly kickstarted COVID.
Yeah, he licked the rim or something.
Those French boys.
Hey-o.
French, get it? French.
Yes, Orlando, we get it. Oh my God,
brother. We're with you.
So stupid.
On a footnote, BTW, Lobos made the Mountain West tournament. This is their first berth since 2017. They played Thursday, I believe, against San Jose State.
I believe that's correct.
I know you guys covered them a few times during the season. So go Lobos.
We've reached out a couple times about them. They're a real interesting baseball team. They're like a real interesting baseball team.
Could go on a run. I think they got the bones.
I think they have guys who'll play professionally too. Like it's that kind of talent over there.
Usually I go to 1 or 2 games. This year I went to none because I just don't know what happened.
I think I only went to 2.
Yeah, same.
All right. Okay, fellas, I think I've allotted my time. My time has expired. 5 minutes and 34 seconds.
Time for you to Orlando go.
Always great to talk to you. Fred, it looks like it's gonna take so I can see you again in person for you to do a DCCW in Clovis or maybe Portales where my son lives, and
Saturday
all the way out there again.
Saturday at the historic El Rey Theater, DCCWtickets.com. Shoot me a text.
Thank you for the reminder.
Shoot me a text, Orlando. We'll get you figured out.
I'm kind of like Van, not that great of a wrestling. I was back in the day when they used to do it here, but anyway.
I don't watch it on TV. I just want to watch it in person at the El Rey Theater.
Listen, Orlando, ramble on. You guys have a great one.
Be good.
good to keep in touch with you guys.
He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy.
What a dude. Missed you, Orlando.
The backstory to that, Kaylina, is years ago when we were doing the weekend show, we had a bit where we would compare things to Arby's, and if it was worse than Arby's, and nothing ever was.
Mm-hmm.
And Orlando sweats Arby's.
I love that every time Orlando has Arby's, he thinks about us.
Yeah, that's some
And
great context. Thanks.
every time I think about Arby's, I remember my ex.
It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Friend of the show, Sean joins us on the Sports Animal Hotline, and we haven't given out the phone number in like 2 hours. Sean, you're always welcome. Welcome, brother.
Hey, man. Just want to let you guys know that you've got a really great producer.
She's nice, right?
And her stuff is really good.
Oh,
all right. Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, roll the town.
I got a bone to pick with you guys.
Give it.
All right. When are you going to actually change your intro that it actually reflects like the producer of the day?
Well, because the producer of the day changes every day, so we gotta figure that one out.
So and like you guys don't have like 5 minutes to like make a new.
Oh, hold up! There's a whole. Yeah, we gotta go. It's gotta go up the ladder. It's a whole thing.
It's been submitted to corporate, my friend.
TPS reports and all that.
Oh, I mean, like, is the guy that, I mean, what's his name? The guy that does your intro?
Our big voice guy?
Yeah. No,
big voice guy?
Big voice.
I think it's big voice at like cumulus.com. Like that's who we send it to.
Oh.
I'm also
So
not
it's just
joking. That's not a
some
punchline.
Dude that you don't even know. Like, yeah, you need to get that changed.
Well,
but I
noted.
will let you know that I really dig your new producer. She should stick around for a while, and you should use her opens.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Well,
All right.
you heard him.
Good call,
Thank
Sean.
You guys have a great
Hey,
day.
find it.
And
Subscribe on Spotify.
What's her name again? I can't even pronounce it. Like, what's her name again?
Kaylina.
And then if you want,
Lena.
if you want to find her on Spotify, it's Kalina, and then last name is Scollon. So Scollon. Yeah, the EP is I for an I.
Awesome.
There you go,
All
brother.
right, thanks, guys.
Yep.
All right.
Good call.
Bye.
That is one more compliment than Isaiah's ever had on this program.
Who's Isaiah?
Poor Isaiah.
He gone.
I'm trying not to outshine him, but you know, when I keep getting handed the reins.
I mean, you take it seriously when you do it.
Oh, because he does.
Just
Right,
because
thank
you're
you.
trying to snatch the pebble out of Isaiah's hand doesn't mean you don't take it seriously.
That was a good one.
Well, I do what I can. Appreciate you noticing the effort.
Sean calls the show kind of a lot. He doesn't say complimentary things ever. So this is like a unique one.
This is like a highest honor compliment then.
Or first. I mean,
first,
yeah, which I
no.
guess by definition would be the highest.
I mean, come on, let me have this.
Is this the debut of your music on radio, like right now?
Yeah. I mean, I think I've played on some obscure radio stations around, but
That's
I don't
this.
really.
That's this.
Hot 97.
Yeah, no.
We don't own that one. Why are you naming other stations?
Not even in this city.
I feel bad. I don't even really remember the name. It was years ago though, but they were kind enough to play my music. But this is the most my music has been talked about. I think I've also been on like The Edge. I was promoting a show with someone else and they played some of my music. But this has been the most fun. This is a dream.
From friend of the show, Saleh Taylor, and co-host on Fred's other program.
Going over?
Says, this sounds good.
Oh, there you go.
I think he's talking about your music, not our voices on this program.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. But
Why not both?
yeah, why not both? I think thank you, for my half of the compliment.
Well, we always sound good, and this is a new thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you mean like they wouldn't just comment on the ordinary, like you always sound amazing, so why say anything?
We've set the bar high.
Yeah, no one is telling us regularly how good we're doing. The only feedback we get is, you suck. Here's a list of reasons I have recorded to prove it to you, even though I never listen. I go, what?
I mean, I was gonna say that would be a sign of caring, but I don't know.
I hate you guys so much. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean the line between love and hate, it's a fine one. They love you. That's what it is. They love you.
From the texter, Sean is right. Change the intro. Okay, listen,
Nice.
We're working on it. We didn't really think A. Marie was quitting.
That is an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, like
an April Fool's joke for 3 months in a row.
Who just up and moves to Japan?
Denial can only get you so far, guys.
And get you all the way through Africa.
Yeah. the guy from the hit Hulu series Shogun. He just upped and moved to Japan. But besides him and Amory, like no one.
When we get back from the break, there's a NFL rookie who's changing the way it's done. Okay.
Okay.
And if this pays off for him financially, everyone is going to follow in his footsteps. We'll tell you more about it when we get back. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
But my phone just lights up if I was talking.
This guy's speaking Rudy Gobert.
Nice. Fanatics has filed a lawsuit against Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr.
embarrassing. How loud I made him. I'm like, I know that he talks loud.
Saying that he's breaching a contract that he signed in May of 2023. In the suit, Fanatics said that Harrison refused to fulfill his obligations to the deal, while he also, quote, publicly asserted that the contract does not exist. Details of what Harrison's contract with Fanatics required from the number 4 pick in the NFL draft were redacted, so we don't even know what was in the contract. And details of the financial agreement between the two also redacted. Now, it's being reported that the deal was for at least $1 million, and that the contract was for autographs, signed trading cards, game-worn apparel, and other marketing opportunities. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The suit also cites, quote, the official Harrison Collection LLC. So that's who's being sued as the defendant. Harrison's is selling signed memorabilia through the official Harrison Collection website.
Fred's.
That's items like photos, autographs, jerseys, helmets. So anything from $100 all the way up to like
Duke City Wrestling.
He's been ready
there's
for like 20
apparently
years.
a note that says Cardinals memorabilia soon, and that is the only website to purchase signed Harrison memorabilia.
What did he do at the college?
Apparently, Harrison has been telling Fanatics that other,
so he was like in charge of like how the
I don't know
sport
what word I want to use,
film,
retailers,
like how
like competitors, have been all over working with
in
him.
charge of like doing post.
He's telling them to
and I would do like public address,
up the ante.
And that's where he figured
but
out.
Fanatics is saying
And then I was also
Harrison's not telling what the ante is.
And, like play the music and pregame music.
I've been in sales a long time. I'm going to tell you your value.
And it was like when every person come up, I had to play their walk-up song, and it's like
I would like
you wouldn't think it's super nerve-wracking, but it's like
of a contract.
It was more, it was worse than this because like you're out there.
What was submitted in the lawsuit?
We
like, it's right here.
We were talking about this story a long time ago that Marvin Harrison Jr. refused to sign with Fanatics. He was the only one who didn't sign with Fanatics in college. And this is also right before the draft.
So that's a different deal. So that was March of 23. He signed a deal, a limited promotion deal, and it ended right before the NFL draft.
Right.
So he had a 1-year deal with them.
I was living there.
And then apparently in May, there was the deal with Marvin Harrison Collection LLC.
Finally,
I don't think there's anything to this lawsuit at all. It seems frivolous. I think it's just like a negotiating tactic. They have lawyers on retainer. Mine as well.
So
just keep going for it. So if you think that you can bully him into signing the contract, go for it.
So this lawsuit isn't about him not signing a new one. It's about how Fanatics is claiming that Harrison in August and October and all the way up to early 2004, quote, refused to fulfill obligations despite several
I
requests.
guess most of the football guys are assholes.
And it says that he rejected or ignored every request from Fanatics to meet that deal's arrangement.
Like, it's not that big.
And maybe it's just because maybe I don't believe it because Fanatics' reputation is so awful right now.
It's pretty bad.
That I just flat out don't believe them.
Still fucked. My foot was messed up, but I was like, I'm done.
I don't know what I don't know. But I do know only idiots go to court when they can't win. And I recognize Fanatics as idiots. So would I be surprised?
Yeah, until I see the contract, until I see what they accuse him of, I think this is just a negotiation tactic.
Well, yeah,
I don't think there's a lot of weight to it.
The part that I think you might not be super smartened up on, though, is he has to sign his thing with the NFL Players Association. And then that gives his rights, not just Fanatics, but it's like 90 companies or something, right?
Right.
So if Fanatics thinks that they can be the hill to die on, oppo him, cool. But this also affects like EA Sports, trading card companies.
Yeah.
What's another good one? What's a big one? Where else do they use his likeness?
All of the sponsors of NFL as a whole, not just the people, not just the teams.
Yeah. So so this is kind of a slippery slope, right? Because if Gatorade wants to use clips of the Arizona Cardinals running an offensive play, I believe that would qualify. But they wouldn't necessarily get to be like, hey, it's Marvin Harrison or whatever.
Right.
They're going to end up getting settlement out of court where they're going to get some amount of money. But Fanatics right now believes that there's millions of dollars in estimated damages. I can't disagree with what I don't know, but I can say this. If you're going to court, it's because you think you know. Also, none of it will matter if Marvin Harrison ends up making off, Marvin Harrison Jr., like breaking, I don't know, the status quo or the system and doing really well for himself, because everyone is going to try to do that as well. Everyone is going to try to be, and when I say everyone, I mean like guys who are in that tier of talent. I don't mean like if you were in the draft.
Like, yeah, Western Kentucky A&T, whatever, like guys from that college can't do this. But people on the echelon of Marvin Harrison Jr. will be able to get away with this in the future.
Everyone deserves to get theirs. The NFL, though,
they got to be scared of this.
Oh, because his dad's Marvin Harrison Sr. and he'll shoot you.
That's part of it. But mostly just...
Is this lawsuit going on outside a bar in North Philly? Because if so... But they besmirched our reputation. Marvin Harrison shot a guy outside a car wash. I want no one to ever forget that.
I haven't.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is like, I ate that copy of that contract. He didn't. You ever sign something digitally? It never goes away. No one just signs a piece of paper anymore.
Yeah. Show me the contract. Show me what he didn't fulfill. Otherwise, this feels like bullying at the moment for someone who got one-upped.
1 hour of the program left. Whenever we get back, we got an I-9 varsity. It's the I-9 varsity of goated candies. We'll do that after the break. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo.
Mike's hot.
2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Welcome back to the program. A fun 6 o'clock hour without Josh Sushan.
Oh, is he coming back tomorrow?
Don't think we can escape him, big dog. Don't think we can escape him.
It's going to be 3 days by the time tomorrow hits. I miss him.
League Office 280 at i9sports.com, 505-312-4999. Today's I9 Varsity. The I9 Varsity is certified of goated candies, man. Goated. Okay. You want to go first or you want me to?
Hit it.
This was an interesting topic to me.
Okay.
Because you came out of the gate as a liar.
Go on.
That's it.
Oh.
Farmstead goat milk caramels is first on my list. Okay.
Goat milk caramels?
Yeah, they're goated.
No, they're carameled.
Made from goat's milk. They're goated.
Sounds awful. Sound like it would hurt my tum-tum.
It's the category pretty good.
First on my I9 Varsity of goated candy.
Mm-hmm.
This is my all-time favorite, and I wanted to get it out of the way before someone else stole it.
Mm-hmm.
Sour Patch Kids.
No, dude.
I don't want them all the time, but I can't watch a motion picture in a theater without some Sour Patch Kids. I love them so very much. Sour on the outside, sweet on the inside. Some fruit flavors that actually kind of taste like fruit. My leadoff hitter for goated candy, Sour Patch Kids.
That's a bad.
Let's go.
That's a bad answer.
That's just like your opinion, man.
All right, we'll send it into the production booth.
You going team effort, or is it just
So
Zay?
this one's going to be from Mr. Zay Johnson.
Okay. Yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And my option is going to be the Babe Ruth candy bar. And I figured this one out by accident. I was in love with the Snickers bars, and a gas station was out of Snickers. So I said, is there anything else close to it? And they
It's
said,
not close at all.
It is. To me, it is. It's like a Snickers bar that's over full with the peanuts.
There's no chocolate.
Yes, it's covered in chocolate.
No.
Yes.
Not the Baby Ruth.
Yes, the Babe Ruth is 100% covered in chocolate.
I think I'm thinking of the Payday.
Mm-hmm. You are.
You very much are.
You are. It's a close one, though. But vastly different.
Al Johnson's goat poop candy is a whimsical mashup of chocolate and caramel.
So we're just skipping Kaylina?
She's busy.
Okay. Put in that work.
Making the podcast.
You don't like candy.
Especially for you guys at SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you.
I don't think you need to tell everyone our
Got a lot of listeners.
At 2menon./SoundCloud.com.
No, I don't know if that's not a website.
It is. SoundCloud.com/2menon. 100%.
Well, that
website.
one makes more sense. Saying it that way.
Well, you put it in Google, it'll give you what you want.
Put the slashes in your Google search.
Yes.
Goat poop candy, man.
I got you.
Okay.
I'm with you. Combination of caramel, peanut, and almond nougat covered with a layer of white chocolate fudge. This isn't people's go-to, but every once in a while,
Mounds?
if I'm in a gas station or some kind of snackateria, give me the Zero bar.
Oh,
it's like
no,
it's
dude.
the most unique candy bar out there.
Oh,
it's a wonderful, magical thrill ride in your mouth.
It's got white on the outside
and white on the inside.
Oh,
that candy bar stormed the Capitol on January 6th. It's so white,
dude. That's super white.
I love me a Zero bar. Next on my I9 Varsity, a goated candy.
Isaiah?
White chocolate Reese's cup.
Dang, we're going white on white.
White chocolate Reese's
What
Cups.
is that?
First off, for me personally, all things that have a chocolate flavor, I think white chocolate usually always will taste better. So like if there's like a Reese's, you got the regular chocolate, they made the white chocolate, I knew it would be better, and it was.
Yeah. You're a big Jason Williams guy.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's twice in one episode. It's pretty
It's wild,
impressive.
dude. All right, what about just like an Easter bunny, like a chocolate Easter bunny, except it's like shaped like a goat?
Cadbury's cream goat eggs.
Yeah,
Is that what you're doing here?
Give me that.
Yeah,
that's on the list.
Okay.
That hollow ass chocolate goat.
Next on my I-9 varsity of goated candies, and by the way,
there were less than I thought.
If you haven't noticed so far, these are goated for me. This is what Van likes. I'm not going to put these on Rushmore. Maybe I could make an argument for Sour Patch Kids, but Sour Patch Kids, 0 bars. And these are near and dear to my heart just the past couple years.
Avas?
Mexican Gushers.
What?
So just regular old school Gushers that have been coated in chamoy and sprinkled with tahini. Oh my God, it's spicy, it's limey, it's tart. Then on the inside, it's so sweet. I'm a sucker for Mexican candy, just about any kind of Mexican candy. But oh my God, Mexican Gushers, let's go.
Dude, that stuff sucks.
What about the ones that have like the little scorpions inside? You like those too?
Scorpions?
Yeah. Like
are you thinking like a caramelized scorpion?
No,
like tequila?
Those candy bars that'll have like actual like bugs inside. Like,
like Snickers. They can have up to so much bugs in them. Is that what you're talking about?
I pray to God Snickers don't have bugs inside.
No, at 100%. Yeah, 100% they have. There's like an allotment of bug parts.
There's no way.
I promise.
This needs to be researched. Everybody who's listening in their car is.
No, all food legally has a legal amount of bugs in it. Same thing with poop.
According to ABC News, the average chocolate bar contains 8 insect parts.
Oh my God.
Well, what's the parts per million they allow?
60 insect parts per 100 grams.
Dude, there's no way.
What do you mean? I'm looking right at it.
Yeah. You don't think there's bugs in factories, in candy factories?
But like accidental bugs and like an actual legal amount of bugs that's tested inside a candy bar is sickening.
There's trace amounts of bugs and just about everything, Zay. Sorry to ruin this.
Did you know that your average chocolate bar also, don't even let me tell you about microplastics if you're starting to get real weird over here. Did you know that your average chocolate bar probably contains insect parts? According to the United States Food and Drug Administration, anything less than 60 insect pieces per 100 grams of chocolate, around 2 typical bars of store-bought chocolate, is deemed safe for public consumption.
It's a minuscule amount, but it's there.
So Bear Grylls is really not crazy.
Well, he's just eating insects.
Well, it sounds like we've all been eating insects.
But so little you can't taste it or feel it, or it upsets your tum-tum. Like every single factory in the world has insects in it. Like there's always bugs somewhere. And very often there's bugs in your food stuff.
Okay. So according to the FDA and in the Food Defect Levels Handbook, I mean, you're eating a lot of bugs, brother.
I know, like I heard you eat them when you sleep, like spiders crawling your mouth. And
where do you live? What are you going on?
There's
about?
like look up that study. There's a study like a certain amount of spiders per year.
No,
crawl in your mouth when you're sleeping.
That's an urban legend.
Mm-mm.
That's a wives' tale.
It is. It's overly exaggerated. People say you swallow 8 spiders a year. It's not true.
Who says that?
They.
That's like the time when Van tried to tell me that blood is exactly one temperature in every human being. You weren't working here at this time. This is one of the worst episodes we ever did of the show.
That is not true at all. What I said was the common average body temperature is known to be 98.6 degrees. That was taught in school. It was universally agreed upon, but it obviously changes per person in different regions.
How many did you say? 8 in your lifetime?
8 a year.
Yeah. Van said 8 a year. Actually, I didn't know that exact number.
Yeah, it's a old wives' tale.
Fred's like, dang it, he's right.
No, I'm looking it up here. So
I'm right on both accounts.
I'm trying to do the math. So that'd be like I mean, that's a lot of spiders. There's just no way.
It's one every 6 weeks.
The number of highly unlikely circumstances that would have to occur for you to swallow even one spider while you sleep is so damn high that there's no way you're swallowing 8 spiders.
Yeah, maybe like one in a lifetime.
I would have said the same about insects in my Snickers bar.
No, it's
but
not.
Here we are.
It's not just candy. It's all food. All food has an allowable itty bitty tiny percentage of bugs, of fecal matter.
That has to be in America. There's no way Europe is allowing that.
Oh, they're a little more stringent, but it's the same thing over there too. It's like you're insane if you don't think a cockroach is going to crawl into a machine every once in a while.
Yeah, see, but that's one thing. That's like an understanding reality thing. But as far as there being like a measured limit, like how can they measure how many cockroaches crawl in the machine? So how do they know that there's not?
Oh, you test every batch.
Yeah,
you have to test every batch. Yeah.
And like, oh, this batch has only got a little bit of bugs.
No, you cook it down for calories, and if the calorie count is higher than what's normally in a Snickers bar, then you know they're cooking bug parts. That's an obvious one.
It's cockroaches easily.
Oh, I don't think you realize how many cockroaches there are. Also from Britannica.com, which when Van and I were younger, this was an actual source of information. The belief that we swallow an average of 8 spiders in our sleep every year has become so ingrained in popular culture that many people now accept it as fact. The reality, however, is quite different. We swallow no spiders at all.
Yeah, spiders are avoiding human contact at all costs.
So much.
They don't want to crawl into your mouth.
So you guys have never woken up with a spider bite, no? Never woke up with a little...
No, I'm sorry you're sleeping with bed bugs, bro.
Oh, no. Never that. But spiders, bed bugs, a little bit different.
I'm going to say I don't think I've ever woken up with a spider bite because I don't know what a spider bite looks like, and I feel like I would if I had one.
Frederick from St. Louis, you've woken up with a spider bite.
I don't think I have.
I know you have. You told me about it last week.
What does that... You're just... I can't think of a spider that wants to come near me. Yeah. It also says you can have all kinds of mold in your candy bars too.
A lot of weird stuff out there. Rat poop.
Poor harvest is the big part of this apparently too. Apparently a lot of bugs are brought in during the harvesting process. Andy's Mints is my number one answer though. I just love them so much. They're my favorite candy of goated candies.
Andy who?
It's a mountain range.
Never heard of them.
No, it's the Andes.
That's what I said. Andy's Mints.
It's not an apostrophe S.
I've heard of Sally's Mints.
What is that?
But not Andy's.
What is Sally's?
It's a brand of mints.
No, it's not.
Oh, you don't think so?
It is not at all. We continue down the world of sports when we get back from the break. Also, I don't think we officially did our Isham Dental soundbite of the day, so we'll figure that out too.
Mexican candy.
2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. You play Prize Picks today, Van?
I did.
How you doing?
I, in fact, did.
Promo code KNML. You deposit a hundo, we deposit a hundo to match you.
Heck of a deal.
I'm up to 45 wins, Van.
Yo. I'm up to 66 wins. Not trying to rub it in.
If there are no runs scored in the first inning between Arizona and LA today, which I believe there won't be, I'm going to add a bunch more wins.
Hey, same. I am down to that as well. Also got a demon.
Ooh.
Freddie Freeman. More than 2.5 hits, runs, ribbies. Go, Freddie.
Pretty good little baseball player, that Freddie Freeman.
He can ball.
The fun thing about Prize Picks is you can do the daily with us. We've talked about Prize Picks kind of a lot in the program. They're a friend of the show. And with our matching promo code KNML, you deposit 100, we'll deposit 100 alongside you. You're playing with double your money to start. I kind of win a lot. Like people, I feel like should be like listening to what I specifically am doing, but also us.
I unfortunately yesterday led producer Isaiah down a dark path.
Did him dirty, huh?
Yeah. I've been like crushing it on my more or less for MLB starting pitchers. I kind of know a lot about pitching and baseball and matchups, et cetera, et cetera. Isaiah asked for advice and I gave him poor advice.
Well, it could have been great advice. I think I have such a gravitational pull of bad luck.
You sucked it in.
Yeah, because there's guys online who were winning like 5 days straight. And as soon as I trail, boom.
I told you to take more than 5.5 hits for a guy who's been getting shelled for 4 straight starts. And he goes off and pitches the best game of his career. 7 scoreless, 2-hitter. It's like, all right, don't ever ask me again.
That's kind of a thing for us. That's Prize Picks has been fun because we don't necessarily talk a ton of sports when we're not on the radio show.
Sure.
I can't think of the last time you and I had a sports-based conversation when this microphone wasn't on. We spent all weekend together.
Yeah. It's when we do, it's more like big picture theoretical stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the state of the union of sports, not really like, oh my God, Jokic couldn't hit a 3-pointer to save his life last night. That's not our convos.
The business of sport is the most interesting part of sport to me. It's hard. And I think it's hard to convince the audience on May the 20th to get jazzed about the baseball games on a Monday night. And no offense to the NBA playoffs, but because of the way they're like drug out so long, we'll be talking about this Eastern and Western Conference series 10 days from now.
Right.
You know, you can't put yourself in a position to tell the story, a story that's ever evolving every day and ever growing every day. You can't try to tell it all in the first sitting. You know,
Right.
It doesn't work like that.
Right. We'll wait till Ant shows up and shows out, and that'll be a talking point.
Yeah.
And then a couple games later, they'll figure him out and double team him when Gobert has a boo-boo or whatever, and then we'll talk about that. And then 10 days later, the storyline will change 7 times.
Well, we have sports on in the studio all the time, right? And what are we in the studio? 1 day a week. So it's not even like this is a super good example.
Right.
But the Cleveland Commanders are playing the New York Mets right now. And there's a replay at first. I could do a monologue on how I hate replay in baseball.
You often do.
I hate it. I hate replay in any sport. Give me the flaw that is the human being. Because I feel like I'm losing the emotion that is me. I want to be able to react in the moment. I want to be able to react to the call on the field. I don't I don't want to bang one at first and then I go, oh, it's got to go to replay. Boring.
I think the stakes are so high now, you got to get it right.
Because of betting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much money infused, especially when one game can matter whether or not you make it in the playoffs. You make it in the playoffs, you get to host some home games. That means the owner and or ownership group is going to make millions of more dollars because you're in the playoffs.
I hear you.
That means more jersey sales. That means more popularity. That means success. That means better free agents later. That means
no. Your starting point is bad for your jumping off point here, because
if they miss that one call, then they don't make the playoffs. That's the butterfly flap their wings off the coast of Japan, and
it doesn't work the way
tsunami in California.
I'm sorry, brother. It doesn't work that way. Because what used to happen is you miss a call and you get a makeup call. That's how it used to be. It used to be blow a call at first. Don't worry. We'll open the strike zone, or we'll squeeze the pitcher a little bit the next time you're up, or we'll open it up a little bit next time you're pitching, or the balance was still there. It wasn't the balance that is now, but it still existed.
I mean, that exists now. The balance is the team who the league wants to win gets the best calls.
Oh, that part's true.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Knicks. You still can't figure it out.
You still can't do it.
In baseball, which is more popular than ever, I promise you, don't listen to anyone that's telling you otherwise. They're just a person who's angry about everything all the time. Watch the trends. Baseball is trying so very hard to make things so relevant. It's trying so very hard with its City Connect. It's trying so very hard with this battle with Bally Sports and Comcast and all the world that's going on right now. And if you're not following that, that's the most interesting thing in sports right now. The numbers that we're talking about, the lost revenue of sports team not being on Comcast is gigantic.
I mean, young baseball fan who's not going to watch it traditionally on a television, on a cable network, like we all used to, you have to give options for the younger generation to stream your sport. If you don't have that option, the younger generation will go to the sport that has that option. You are missing out on a whole generation because you are dinosaurs and you will not evolve with the times.
Topps today put out a baseball card, a legitimate baseball card for that fan that got hit.
Yeah.
Did you see this with the 110 mile per hour foul ball?
Mm-hmm.
And then she just stayed at the game, and the front of her head looked like a Star Trek character.
Yeah.
Like, that's how cool baseball is right now. Baseball is doing it.
Yeah. Topps is smart about that. Like the Topps Now brand, who will make X amount of a card of something that happened in the moment. Like they made a baseball card within hours of the guy who got all the bees out of Chase Field or whatever.
The bees!
And then, our soundbite, Isham soundbite on Friday, the raccoon chase, within hours made baseball cards of the raccoon that you can get immediately. That's so smart.
Not to cut you off, this seems like a really good time to remind everyone, if you get hit in the head with anything at 110 miles per hour, stop that thing you're doing and go see a doctor immediately.
Yeah, you're concussed. Whether you want to admit it or not, you need some medical intervention. You don't want pressure on your brain.
No. You have internal bleeding. Well, that's where blood's supposed to be. Like, what? You remember The Simpsons when you were a kid? Thanks, Dr. Nick. That's what that was.
Yeah.
From the texter, put her on a Magic the Gathering card. What? For what would her thing be? I don't. Kaylina, that seems like your stuff. Are you into that stuff?
I mean, I have played some Magic the
Yeah,
Gathering,
that's right.
but I'm not like an expert. I just have a lot of beginner's luck.
In Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, every single time I go to play, someone has to teach me how to play again, and then that's how I win.
Well, if you're a beginner every time you play, your beginner's luck never stops.
I know exactly. I am a chronic beginner. If you take enough time between learning a new skill, you will have to relearn that skill, and you get the beginner's luck all over again.
Hold up. Are you familiar with riding a bike?
Yeah,
No.
I am an adult, and I have to relearn how to ride my bike every single time. I write it. I actually, I recently tested it.
You dropped an EP 4 years ago, and you just dropped the same EP yesterday.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, beginner's
It
luck.
works.
It works.
You crushed it both times.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
This lady getting hit in the head and then getting a baseball card seems like a Family Ties episode. Like, this seems like a storyline from TGIF television.
Yeah. That immediate baseball card technology didn't exist.
And her name's Liz McGuire. Wasn't Lizzie McGuire a show?
Lizzie McGuire was a TV show, sure.
I don't know. That's not the same genre, though, is it? It's like close enough.
Close enough. Happy-go-lucky sitcom.
My brother, one time, we were playing softball, and this was like, you know, softball's super dangerous because they make these bats that can, like, kill people.
Mm-hmm.
So he's standing on third base.
And the people who play it aren't athletes anymore?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So he's standing on third base, and you would stand in the foul territory because the way guys would rip the ball so hard.
Sure.
Like, so you didn't even have to be on the base. This is like beer league softball. Anyways, this dude rips it so hard down the third base line. My brother, like, instinctively turns. He's wearing his wedding ring, turns and puts his left hand in front of his face and falls. And the ring, because that ball hit him in the hand, the ring like makes an indent into like the side of his head.
My goodness.
From how hard the ball hit him. And like, this gal had like every stitch from a baseball in her forehead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I've seen this in real life. This is devastating.
It looked like it was about to pop. Like, no one sitting up next to her in the stadium. Like, you know, you go say somebody gets hit with a foul ball. Anytime a foul ball lands, people goes and check on them. Like, you give the thumbs up, like they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
She was not okay. She was what some might refer to as the opposite of okay.
She also was soft though, because I would have caught that.
She did catch it with her forehead.
All right, so
be more specific. You would have caught it with your hands.
Topps is printing 110 of those, one for every mile per hour, and they're giving them all to her. That's a cool thing.
That's adorable.
You and I have air fresheners for cars, but she has this.
Yeah.
Also, Kaylina, if you want an air freshener with our face on it, you can totally have one.
You know, I feel like the amount of those that I need is 0, but thanks.
Okay.
So you need one?
All right. So.
No, I don't need you guys
two men
staring
on.
at me while I'm driving, but especially coming to work. Like, I'm good. Thank you.
Regift it to a friend of the show you see out in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, are you that Kalina?
Uh-huh.
Are you the Kalina from 2 Men On and or Spotify?
I would have to say no because it's Kaylina, but I'll keep reminding you.
What did I say?
Someone else. I know her. She's not me. You say Kalina.
You might have lost.
Oh,
yeah,
you're
okay,
right. My
Kalina.
bad. Okay.
The only reason I distinct now is because I personally know a Kalina, and it gets confusing really fast.
Bummer.
Sorry, you don't get the excuse. Other people I knew before you, I just let it slide.
You don't,
anymore.
and you don't get to be mad at the guy named Van, who's had his name screwed up every single possible way throughout his life.
Give me examples.
Well, hold on.
Oh,
Kaylin
my
is bringing
goodness.
a lot of off-air trauma onto the program,
Yeah,
and I
sure.
don't necessarily know if I want to be a continuation of that.
Continue this during a commercial break.
Today's Isham Dental Soundbite whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. That's our Isham Dental soundbite of the day. IshamDentalABQ.com, 505-881-0422. Don't forget it. If you sign up with Scott Isham online, you get that exclusive offer, which is free exam and x-rays. It's 3 visits, 1 day, brand new dentures, accepting everything that you have, including Medicare A and B, all types of insurance. And Scott has put his fingers into my mouth, and I have a banger's smile, Van. I have a banger's smile.
That's hard to disagree.
It's the Isham Dental soundbite of the day.
Oh, God.
You know where you can find me? You can find me in the Gateway City, where we welcome you to a monumental view of our hometown. I'm from the Loop and I'm proud. Expressive, creative, innovative. A town teeming with music, surrounded by soul, generated by jazz and blues. A home for hip hop with rock and roll roots. A culinary hotspot with slices squared, custard concrete, and ravioli toasted. A city built to brew and destined to deliver, where aspirations stay afloat and spirit flies forever. Where the grammar is a little bit street and a little bit country. 5 or 105 degrees. We check the score of the game more than the weather. Sports centric with unparalleled passion. You know where you can find me? I'm from the Loop and I'm proud. You can find me in St. Louis, in baseball heaven, with more rings than you can fit on 2 hands. So, what does it take to be number one? It takes a connection. Chains stitching the birds on the bat and the city together. Never forgetting our history and wearing your heart on your sleeve. It's a river flowing to the only place mightier than the Mississippi, the Loop. You see, we brought something new to the Loop. Rich in tradition and immersed in cardinal red. Representing the 314.
How long is
a
this?
Fresh Loop.
Not long enough.
Threads for those who are St. Louis material. Ugh. Doesn't matter if you started here or just arrived. When you're part of Cardinal Nation,
That's you.
You're
just
from
getting
here.
now.
So say it loud. I'm from the Lou and I'm proud.
The St. Louis Cardinals City Connect jersey van.
Who was that?
Stop making me so mad. That's Nelly. The jerseys are fire. There's not another way to say that. It's the first time It's the first time the Cardinals have ever wore red jerseys too, which is kind of crazy.
They should have kept that streak going.
Because you know how it is at Busch Stadium in the stand. It's all red. It's all red in the stands. They got
Because white people have sunburns?
There's some of that, yeah.
Oh.
You know, that's a big part of the Midwest.
Okay.
If you crank your neck back and look at this upper deck seats, it's not all white people anymore.
Yes, okay. They had so many chances to have a good City Connect jersey. Look, Cardinals, I'll give it to you. One of the best legendary kits in the history of Major League Baseball.
All time.
The bat, Cardinals in cursive, 2 stupid burbs on there. Like, legendary. But all they did was make the birds bigger and put the Lou on it. You know how it's confusing is going to be for British transplants in St. Louis when they see that?
So instead of pinstripes, it's got just a couple wavy lines that are the Mississippi River. That's awesome.
That was toilet humor?
Yeah, no, we heard it, man.
Uh-huh. Toilet humor.
It's got the hat says STL in the St. Louis font.
St. Louis has their own font.
The city of St. Louis does. It's like a little curvy deal.
Okay.
It's got, you know, the flag has like the St. Louis. You don't have the St. Louis flag.
I would never know that.
Yeah. It's got one of those Le Fleurs on
Fleur
it.
de lis.
Fleur de lis.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All the letters look like Fleur de lis.
That's what it is.
Okay.
It's awesome.
And they're off center too. Why is STL like at the top of the hat? Why don't you just put it in the middle?
The Lou
like
is
a normal person.
The Lou is colloquial for St. Louis.
Not one arch on there. So dumb.
It's on the sleeve, idiot. It's in the STL logo with the Le Fleur. Idiot.
It's the Lou.
It's awesome. Patch on the right side includes a yellow fleur de lis symbol used in the St. Louis City flag. The STL with the red letters, and for the backdrop of the Gateway Arch, fire. River pinstripes, super fire. Old school lettering of St. Louis Cardinals. It's awesome. 1882 on the back.
What is that? The last year they were relevant?
It's whenever the Cardinals that's the birth year. That's when they were the brown stockings.
Is that how many months City Spud was in prison?
What are you doing, dude?
That's how many months Nelly wore a Band-Aid.
It's the best one yet.
The Lou.
The problem is you're not from the Lou, so you're not proud. As Nelly referenced earlier, you're from the Lou and you're proud.
I don't have magical pride over where I was born just because I happen to be born there.
Yeah, because you were born somewhere stupid.
Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Significantly better than St. Louis.
At what? Cheating?
Everything, including cheating.
Having a problem?
Houston put a man on the moon, and St. Louis decided to toast raviolis. That's your greatest accomplishment. You guys like raviolis? We'll do that. But we'll roll them around in breadcrumbs and throw them in the oven.
All right, so if I use free shipping, if I use this code.
You buying one right now?
What? 7 5/8. All right, here we go. Just, yep, apply code here.
Can you specially order one where the letters are centered on the hat?
It's centered on the hat.
Okay. One of us
code.
has 20/20 vision. One of us is from St. Louis.
Price is locked in, so I got it here. So, last purchase 5 minutes ago by someone. That seems too long. That seems like it's.
Don't tinker with greatness. For all of you and your city's faults, you have an iconic MLB jersey. And then you had to ruin it with this dumb stuff.
I like that it's red jersey on white pants. That's super cool. Because I'm real tired of monochromatic guys out there. I think it's perfect. I think it's a perfect City Connect jersey. Everything about it.
It is so belligerently average. They could have done better. And why Nelly? Was Michael McDonald not available? Like the real king of St. Louis?
What are you doing, dude? That's not true.
Michael McDonald is the best thing to ever come out of St. Louis. And you know it to be true.
You're angering me. Nelly is baseball. Do you not remember the Country Grabber album?
There was a swing batter song, wasn't there?
Batters up. You know that's true because of how many bangers there were.
There was one banger. The outro, because you knew it was over.
I think Nelly's it. Chuck Berry, but he's dead, so it's like you can't use him.
Yeah, it was a hot spot of jazz and blues and R&B. Then the best they could do was Nelly.
No, he's literally the best.
Yeah, and that's depressing.
All right, you're depressing. It's the best one yet. Check it out. That's all I'm saying. We wrap up the show whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. Van Hurt My Feelings, the sports animal. All right, so we got to wrap up the show. We're just going over the new City Connects from the Cardinals. I got an idea.
Okay.
Isaiah, welcome. So I'm going to design verbally for you a City Connect for the Albuquerque Dukes.
Okay.
Okay. So you need the Tingley Stadium thing, right? Like that would need to be on there.
All right.
Are you following me?
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about the Sandia mountainscape?
Oh, we're doing like Albuquerque centric, not like
the Dukes.
Not like the Dukes. Okay. So like no like smallpox references on our jersey.
No.
Okay.
So I'm talking like it's the Dukes, but it's their City Connect.
All right.
And probably, who's doing our videos is probably Johnny James. So he'll do the video.
Yeah.
The way that Nelly did the Cardinals video.
For sure.
And then that girl that speaks South Valley, what's her name? South Valley girl?
Yeah, I know her name in real life. I can't remember the name of the character. Lynette, is that correct?
I would never know the answer to that.
Shout out to Lauren. What's up, Lauren?
And every one of them has to have 34 on it, like Mike Piazza. It's like a Jackie Robinson one, but
everything is Mike Piazza.
But everything is Mike Piazza.
Mm-hmm. Okay, definitely balloons on the sleeves. That's a no-brainer.
And the Dukes logo has a Mike Piazza mustache.
Leaning hard in the Piazza.
Do you think that's a stupid idea?
Okay. What, like a bowl of spaghetti on the sleeve for Tommy Lasorda? Is that what we're doing here?
Especially if it's AVQ themed. The question is not how much green chili, but where is the green chili going to be placed at on the jersey?
Okay, that's a good one, Isaiah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
So, red chili, left rib cage, green chili, right rib cage, and then a Christmas tramp stamp.
And
is that what we're doing?
Where, on the back of it where there's traditionally the Major League Baseball logo.
Yeah.
It's the art logo.
It's the profile of Marty Chavez, our forever mayor.
I'm into this. This is a very good plan. All right. So how there's around I don't know, what is the collar of a sleeve called? Cuff?
Cuff is your wrist.
Okay, but it's a jersey. So where traditionally a sleeve of a jersey ends, but the cuff of that.
The end of the sleeve. 505-246-0610. Local seamstresses.
And it has all the way around it the Albuquerque Rapid Transit route map. All the way around it with the little dots and stops. I think that's a smart idea.
That's not bad.
It connects the city.
That's not bad. Definitely Old English lettering.
Why not?
Without a doubt. Old English lettering, name across the back.
I feel like you got to have the tram on there somewhere. Or do we already have the Sandia outline somehow?
Yeah.
Definitely put the mountain outline.
You got across the front of the hat is the Sandias. And then the sun is a Zia, and you see the tram going up the Sandias. There's your hat.
Where's the Dukes logo?
Well, this is the Duke City Connect. You can't have the regular Dukes logo.
Oh,
This is the hybrid.
I feel like the outline of the mountain should be across like the midsection. Kind of how the Nuggets do theirs.
Oh, like coming up from the belt line?
Yeah, well, like maybe from like one side of the ribs to the other side, like maybe where the chilies is located on both the rib cages, that could be like the starting point, and the mountains could go like from one side to the other.
Are we sneaking a Roadrunner on there anywhere?
Might as well. I saw my first one out here.
Well, yes, of course.
And then there's like Easter eggs. Like there's like Bugs Bunny on the inside of the jersey. You took a wrong turn and went inside the jersey.
That's a good one. I like that one a lot. And you have to sprinkle a little blue crack on it.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. It's a blue crack sparkle.
That's the color of the jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so smart.
Meth blue jersey.
So ABQ.
Mm-hmm.
That's 100% good. All right, so what is it?
No.
It's all good.
The jerseys are Allsup's orange with blue meth sprinkles.
And instead of Albuquerque Dukes, it says all Dukes.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, this is very smart. People would wear it.
If it's exactly as we described, I'm buying
All
one
right,
immediately.
So just to recap it, the arm cuffs have the art transit rail because
Yep.
that's the connect part.
Mhm.
It has on the rib cage on the left the green chili. Is that what you said?
That is correct.
And then on the right the red chili.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like tattooed pistols on a trashy girl.
Well, yeah, don't forget about the Christmas tramp stamp.
Oh, and
Red,
I did forget.
the red and green
That was
lower back.
So stupid of me.
Yep.
Hold up. It says the texter says we're leaving off Route 66.
Which is the art route.
It is the art route.
Yeah,
To be fair.
To be
It's
you
the
get
art
2 for 1. You get 66 and the art route.
All right, so we got to figure that out as well.
Yeah.
Actually, how about this? Scrap buttons. You do little Route 66 buttons.
And then when you order a jersey, 1 out of every 30 of them.
34, Mike Piazza.
1 out of every 34 doesn't get delivered as an ode to percentages of property crimes committed here.
That's a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Also on there somewhere it just says 242 cops. And you're just so people remember.
Yeah.
Why not bundle it with some Duke City Championship wrestling tickets?
Oh, so that's a different one. Yeah,
why
that's a whole nother thing.
Bundle it on in there. Why not?
So the Duke City Championship Wrestling City Connect is actually 1 out of every 6 Amazon packages stolen.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what that is.
And instead of the Major League Baseball player logo on the back of the neck, it's just Ron Bell.
All right, so
Ron Bell's profile.
All right, so the texter says we need UFOs. Does that really count as Albuquerque?
Not Albuquerque.
That's
like a Roswell thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like it, but or does he mean illegal aliens?
I don't think the UFO and alien is this. Oh,
Yeah. Huh.
I don't know what this church is. Is this a church in San Felipe? They're near.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know what that is. Missed me on that one. Good program today. We're back to short shows the rest of the week. Ice Toast Baseball there in Salt Lake City. Isaiah, very good. Kaylina, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Van, final words.
Pre-order our City Connect jerseys. Go down to the Duke's team store and demand that they get printed immediately. Also, check out the opening drive tomorrow morning with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow, Burke.